I hope that I'm going to update my YouTube channel very soon. I say this today, but by the time you see this, you will already have seen all the videos that are sitting here. I have probably hundreds of videos, no jokes, that are sitting here waiting to be updated. The problem is I have to update my blog first before the major life-changing video that is sitting here stalling the progress of all the channel. It's kind of a spoiler alert type of video. Anyway, I took this camera now to do this quick vlog. I don't know on what. You know, you get into that mood once you see, like, it's like if I read my blog. No, I mean, I don't read my blog. Why did I even start that sentence that way? Because I don't even read my blog. Why would I read my blog? I write my blog. Like, if I get a comment on the blog, or if a memory comes up on Facebook about a blog and stuff like that, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, I need to update my blog. So now I was just going over photos that I have here, and I stumbled upon my YouTube videos dating back to, honestly, a year ago. And I was like, oh my gosh, let me do a quick video. I don't know on what, so I'm sorry. I'll see if I'm gonna end up posting this or not, but here we are. Right now it's around, I think, 4 p.m. It better not be 4 p.m., but I think it is, which means I'm almost out of my 10-hour sleeper birth break. What that is, for those of you who may not be in the trucking industry, is that you are allowed 10 hours. In fact, you have to take a 10-hour break in the sleeper berth, preferably, even though they, like, how they're gonna prove it unless they show up in your truck and you're not there. The sleeper berth is your bedroom in the truck. So that's where I am now. That's a pillow right there, and there's a bunch of other things going on here that nobody will benefit from seeing. You're not gonna benefit from seeing them, and I'm not gonna benefit from showing them to you right now, maybe later. So I don't know what the sound is gonna be like because the engine's running. I just turned off the AC if you saw me moving around. I'm looking at the videos that I filmed from my place, and at the risk of sounding like I'm complimenting my own self or tooting my own horn, bob bob, no pun intended, being a trucker and all, I looked so well rested in those videos. My gosh. I mean, of course they're not edited, there's no filter. I am just like, hi loves, and my face is glowing, I'm well rested, just like my nails always done. I'm like, oh my god, I need to get back to me again. I've only just started being a trucker, and hopefully that's a good thing. That's a sign that the longer I do it, the more I'm gonna adjust, and then I'm gonna be able to fit in some me time where I'm gonna, you know, do me things. I have not weighed myself in since I left my house, which was around the 19th, and today's the 27th. It feels like, wow, it's only been 8 days. and this is how I feel, girl. I need to I don't know what I need to do something. Last night I had a job. I had a job last night where I had to pick something. Oh, no, I had to deliver last night at 11 p.m. and I got up well, I was up most of the day. I even went for a 5K, aka 3 mile walk to Walmart. So it was part exercise and part carrying heavy crap. Like I even bought like a gallon of water. I kept drinking it on my way. I kept drinking it on my way back, hoping that the weight is gonna get less and less and less. So it was kind of an exercise, which I'm glad and grateful that I got that opportunity to do that, because I love to go for walks, and it's good for you, not just for like weight loss or toning up or whatever, just for overall health, to be outside and breathe and see like nature and mix with people and, you know, see animals, like stuff like that. So that happened yesterday, and then I came back and I had like maybe 1 hour nap, but I had slept in and stuff like that, so I didn't think that I would be like sleep deprived as a result of working at night. Then I went to the clients, which was like less than an hour's drive, and the trip there included maybe a couple, maybe more, hopefully not, maybe a couple of U-turns. Making a U-turn as a truck driver who's driving a truck and a trailer that's 53 foot long, the trailer only. Do not try that at home. So I'll tell you more about that at a later stage. I mean, I don't like that I keep saying this, but Apple support, what do they want? So yeah, it was interesting to say that it's, and I don't love driving at night, but it had to be done. The appointment was 11 p.m. Then after that, I had another appointment elsewhere where I had to pick up a loaded trailer, meaning the trailer that I had needed to be dropped off at the client's, and I was going to pick up the one that is loaded, take that one, so they're going to use the one that's empty maybe to load it for the next guy who works for my company, who's going to blah 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 blah. So I went over there, and I was at the previous client, the 11 o'clock one, for probably 5 hours. No jokes, that's not abnormal. And my goal is to ultimately get back to LA, and I have a bit of an emergency that I'm trying to take care of, and I need to be in LA pronto. So when I ended up staying there for around 5 hours, luckily I wasn't waiting in line for 5 hours where you have to keep moving your truck, which means you can't sleep. So I used the time to go to sleep. I sat on the phone, talked a little bit with some people, and then I went to sleep. And then the client called when they were ready, and I took my truck and I headed for the second one where I was picking up the trailer. When I got there, they were not open yet, so I ended up checking in a couple times, and then I was like, you know what, somebody did say they were going to open up at 6, and by then it was like 4 something in the morning. This is all in Utah, so like we're in Utah, we're an hour ahead of LA, so LA time, if I'm on LA time, then it's like 3 something in the morning. So I decided to go to sleep and wake up at 1, so sorry, an hour later. So I woke up around 6, and I went, and they said, oh, the paperwork is in the trailer. All somebody had to do was, when they were dispatching me on this job, to say, at this place you're going to be picking up this trailer number, so that I can go there, see if I can, and hopefully tell me where about to look for it. Even if they hadn't, I think I had enough time to walk around and look for this trailer and find it. But anyway, paperwork was there. I didn't even need to do anything with the client. I could have just dropped my trailer, pick up another trailer, the loaded one, and I could have left. But woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? So all the time spent sleeping in the trailer when I could have been driving, making my way towards LA, was time that I'm not gonna get back. And because the industry is very regulated, because you're driving, you know, the roads are very regulated. Even if you're driving a regular car, it's like federal this and federal whatever. So you are only allowed to be on duty for up to 14 hours. Actually, not on duty. You're only allowed up to 14 hours to kind of be on duty. This is what it means. The moment you go on duty for the first time on that day, it can be at 9 p.m., it can be at 6 a.m. or whatever. The moment you go on duty, from that moment on, regardless of whatever, from that moment on, there's a clock that's 14 hours that starts winding down. At the 14th hour mark, your ass better log off. Otherwise, you're breaking the laws of regulations and whatnot. So that's what happened. 5 hours here, 4 hours there, 2 hours there, blah blah blah. So after I picked up the loaded trailer because I'm gonna pass through Utah, Arizona, Nevada, and then California. I'm gonna pass through all these states. When you leave one state, enter another one, there's a port of entry or a border or whatever, where they generally weigh, especially the trucks or the vehicles that are carrying other vehicles or towing, blah blah blah. Because there's rules. There's a lot of rules that under normal circumstances we don't ever have to think about. So you want to make sure that you're within, in my case being driving this kind of a truck, 80,000 pounds is my gross overall total. That means including the weight of the truck, the weight of the gallon of water that I bought yesterday, and all the other water that I had before, and my weight and stuff like that. Overall, everything in this truck, including the weight of the truck, has to not be more than 80,000 pounds. So I'm right now around 75,000 pounds, but it's not even just about that. It's also about how the weight is spread overall with the around the truck, like around the tires, because we have 3 sets of tires. The trailer tires, those are the ones that are in the trailer in the back, and then you have the middle ones that are called the drive axle or drive tires, and then the front ones are called the steering tires because they're right by the steering wheel. You have to, if I were to go further into detail, 12,000 pounds is the maximum for the front ones or the steer axle, and then the drive and the trailer 34,000. If you add it all up, it's 80,000. So I was over in the drive, which is the middle one. The fuel tank is around that area, so I could do another video about this and tell you more about it for those that are really interested in that. But to cut a long story short, I spent a lot of time adjusting my weights. You have to pull this to that side and whatever. The trailer is locked and sealed, so I can't get access in there and pull things and make things. So you got to do something with the trailer itself, and you can move the trailer on the tandem rail or whatever, back and forth and whatever, and then go around and wait again, and then if it's not right, wait again, blah 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 blah. So I had to do a lot of that. I ended up being here at this truck stop adjusting weight and whatever for more than an hour, and by the time all of that was done, I had 1 hour left out of 14 hours since I started yesterday. Where am I? Still in Salt Lake City. How did I spend 14 hours and I didn't even go anywhere? So I say all that to say, right now I'm finishing off my 10-hour break that I had to take because I ran out of those 14 hours, and they sent somebody to pick up that load because the load needs to be in California tomorrow morning, and I'm not going to be in California tomorrow morning, unfortunately, even though I need to be, but I won't, because unless I get on a plane and leave the truck here, I can't drive. I can, but I'm not allowed to drive. So that's how I ended up having this few minutes to blah 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 to you today. So this time is about to run out, and I'm gonna go and freshen up and maybe get ready for tonight or whatever. But I need to freshen up a little bit so I can look awake and feel like me, now that I've seen the difference between the new me or the current me and the me. I need to freshen up a bit. Thanks for watching. Leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.